Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games All the Time. My name is Joachim and today we will be talking about the hall of the EXPO, the aBOARD Expo in Manila, Philippines, Quezon City, right? So I already made a tiny video, a short video of the first day haul, but in the end more was added after I checked my luggage and realized I still have a lot of space. I actually thought it would be full, but it was not. Anyway, that will come back in the stories a little bit as well, just a tidbit will also come back in the stories, but let's just start. First, I'll explain a little bit about the video that I'm going to show you. So the Plinko Game was part of my aDOARD pass, basically the most expensive pass that you could buy. I think it's similar to the blind box that you had in Simon Expo. I prefer the blind box, but more about that later. So in the Plinko, basically you'll see I have to drop like a disc and then it ends up in a certain area and that will decide where you can choose from which level that you can choose. You got level 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, or 5, whatever. So yeah, let's watch the video first. Yeah, sometimes my eyes go everywhere because I forget where the camera is, but let's watch the video first and then I'll tell you what I got. So what does it signify? Am I supposed to go for something specific? This one?
That is a Bakunawa or the Dragon. So that's our premium one, Bakunawa. Then the level 2 is a Dorna and a Harimon. Level 3 is a Tamaraw and Binturong or a Bearcats. And the last stage 5 is Tertiary and Box.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to reverse psychology. I'm going to go for the lowest level. See what happens.
Alright, one Binturong.
So close.
Almost.
Story of my life. Okay, last one. Try again.
Oh!
Again.
That must have been a Darna.
Oh, Harimon.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah, you got a Darna.
Okay, so you saw the video, so you realized that I didn't get the highest level, which was too bad because there were maybe a couple of games there that would have been more interesting, I feel. I think the one that interested me the most was probably, I think, High Frontier. It's like a Race for the Galaxy reskin kind of thing, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, yeah, I'll show you on the screen that one. The other ones, in general, there wasn't really much that interested me, but you know, I won the certain levels, so of course I was going to choose a game, right? And of course the same can happen with a blind box. You know, with a blind box you also don't know what you're going to get. Could be really good, could be not as good, whatever. Anyway, let's check the games. I would also say as a caveat, some of these games I might not have taken or bought myself, but it doesn't mean that they're bad. I might end up liking them after playing them. So we'll go from small to big. So I think these were level 1s, if I'm not mistaken. First one is Deckscape, The Fate of London. Okay. So basically it's a pocket escape room game from 1 to 6 players. That is what that's what appealed to me the most, is that you can play it solo. And it says, The Fate of London is a pocket escape room for a group of friends, but also soloable. An undercover agent has chosen you from the best Scotland Yard detectives for a top secret mission. A terrible threat hangs over London, and it is up to you to fix this problem. You have to find 4 devices hidden in secret locations and defuse them before midnight. A single mistake and the situation could degenerate. Yeah, so sounds pretty cool. I haven't played any unlock games or whatever escape room games before. This is not unlock, but I mean just in general. So I am kind of curious to give this one a shot. So that's Deckscape, Fate of London. So I'll put it out of the shot. Yeah, it's gone. Cool. Next one is In Front of the Elevators, designed by Sachi, art by Takako Takarai. So you can see it here. It's from Simon. right? I'll look up because there's a camera there, as you can see, so I'm always checking. And this is a game for 2 to 4 players, takes 20 minutes. So it says in front of the elevators. Last in the elevator is first off. In front of the elevators is a card game where you compete to get more of your family members in the front of the elevator line at the department store. Yeah, that's basically it. You also have the Thai translation here. So yeah, I don't know. The art looks kind of special. It's cute, right? So I don't really know how this works. You can see the BGG score on screen because I can't check it live. I think I checked it back then at 6 point something or whatever. I don't know. There were some other options, but I think this was by far the most interesting of the remaining options. But of course, everyone has a different taste, right? Then the one that I'm most excited about, because I think it used to be a Kickstarter that I didn't back, and then in the end kind of felt bad for not backing it, and that is the super flicking game Crash Octopus by Itten. Doesn't really say a designer. No, it just says Itten. Okay. All right. So, treasure ahoy! Grab your flags. Beware the octopus. So in Crash Octopus, players race to collect treasures on their boats while escaping from a giant octopus that roams the ocean. The enormous ocean creature occasionally attacks you by squirting ink. But don't let it knock over your treasure before you load up 5 treasure types and make a full escape. Use your sea tactics and maneuver your boat in anticipation of the octopus attack. Play skillfully and tactically to gain the upper hand in this exciting flicking dexterity game. So there's also the Nameless Island and Pink Pirate optional pieces are included, and also 3 additional minigames. Solo play is also possible. So I think this will see play for sure because it's soloable, and I just like the idea. But I don't know how it works. I haven't seen any videos, not that I remember. So that's Crash Octopus. And then my main prize, the highest level that I could get, was Pacific. Now, the other options were a bunch of train games that, sorry, but they look kind of boring to me. I'll show some examples on the screen. But that's just pure personal taste, right? So I like my games to be pretty, or at least prettier. So that's why I ended up choosing Pacific by Donald X. Vaccarino, even though it doesn't get that great of a score either on BGG. By the way, art by Marcel André Casasola Merkel as well. So let's take a look at Pacific. It's basically a card game, right? So we journey now to the Pacific Ocean, from California to Japan. The peaceful sea is ringed by rumbling mountains. Animals, some of them tourists, fill every conceivable niche, boats dot the waves, and businesses and industries thrive on the coasts. It is this world that you will exploit, or make friends with, or perhaps just pass through. This is a simultaneous play game for 2 to 5 players where you can play anyone's cards. Each turn you pick a card to offer up to everyone, and then do one of the things a player offered up. So it seems pretty special when it comes down to mechanics. So I'm kind of interested in seeing, there's a price here. So I guess the value was 2,700, even though it was in the Plinko. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had never heard of this game before. Willing to give it a shot. Rio Grande Games. Doesn't look bad by any means. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't have a solo, so that's a bit too bad. Yeah. So those are the 4 games that I got from Plinko. So why do I prefer... also, one thing I should say about the Plinko game. The second day, I did it the first day at the end. The second day, they had better games on offer, and it was earlier. So probably they didn't restock it until the next day. So I felt like I might have gotten other games, or maybe better choices if I played earlier. I could be wrong. But like I said, in the end, the games, I would almost say free games, because the highest level pass isn't that much more expensive. So you definitely got value for what you had. And also, I already have a rather big collection. So I think it's difficult to appease it to everyone, right? But I would have preferred something like Simon did, that in the before you buy the tickets, you have a long list of games that could possibly be there. But of course, the downside is that people might buy less, which I'm aware of. So yeah, I prefer blind boxes more than the Plinko game, but I understand why they would. Also, if I was crazy about train games, the Plinko game would have been amazing. So it is what it is. So, okay, that's that part of the haul. Now I'm gonna go from small to big, but before that, I'll start with this one, which is the Ashes Ascendancy playmat. I have Ashes, had it, the original one. I sold it because they came with the upgraded version. I got the upgraded version with the solo expansions and everything. I haven't played it yet, but I do like Ashes a lot. So when I saw the playmat, I decided to get it. And yeah, I thought about opening it, but it's like with tape and everything, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah, it's a single player's play area. It tells you where everything goes, and it's 24 times 14 inches. So yeah, for solo play, this will be good. All right, so that's Ashes, the Ascendancy playmat. So then we'll go from small to big. So the smallest one that I bought, initially I wasn't going to buy it, but I caved, and that is Flip 7 with a vengeance. No one is safe. So basically, the greatest card game of all time is back, this time with a vengeance, based on Flip 7, an all-new and ruthless twist to game night. There's no second chances. There's negative score modifier cards, also divided by minus minus. There's 13 13s, and also new card actions. Flip 4, swap, steal, just one more, and discard. So yeah. Basically, I imagine this is just Flip 7 all over again, but then with different cards. So I got it. We'll see if it's worth it or not. I have the original one. It also came with free 50 cards, which I'm not sure if that covers the whole game. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. But anyway, Sultan gave a premium free deck. Whatever. It was free. So, in the end, I bought it. We'll see if I like it or not. Then we will move on to a game that I haven't tried yet, but I had a lot of very good hype, basically. Rolling Wizards and Arcane Wonders. It is a game by Michael Orion and art by Hutch, I think. I could be mispronouncing it. If I do, I'm sorry. And it's a Dice Tower essential. So Dice Tower really likes it. On stage, basically, step into the spotlight in On Stage, a thrilling trick-taking game with dramatic flair. Win tricks to recruit the best performers, but beware, the trump suit is in constant motion, shifting sometimes mid-trick as new stars enter and exit the stage, stealing the spotlight. A single card can change everything, as powerful abilities let you add, remove, or swap performers, use your wits, outsmart your rivals, and steal the show. So yeah, it comes with like a stage where the performers are on, so it should be really nice. 3 to 5 players, so I cannot play the solo, but I am very keen on giving it a go. Okay, and so far the designer Michael Orion hasn't designed anything bad yet, so he's still very good in my book. The next one was very popular at the expo. Here it says Streams Metro, but actually it's a game by Yoshishisha Itsubaki, and I can't read the company name, but it's called Metro Bingo. Okay, the art is by Émilie Bertholin and Ian Parovel. Okay, and it's basically 1 to 7 people, I think, can play it. It's covered up by the price tag. No, 7 plus, and as many people as you want can play, and it takes about 10 minutes. And it's true, because basically you draw numbers from a bag, and then you have to write it on your Metro sheet. It's a bit funny that they pasted this over it, because it used to have another back, so they pasted this over it. Maybe it's the English version or whatever, I'm not sure, but they had to cover it up. So basically, you take a worksheet, there's many different ones, you draw a number tile from the bag, it's read, and then you write it, and you try to make sure that it's all it's in descending order, right? So if you have a number of numbers that all are in descending order, in consecutive order, I should say, then you score points. So if you just have one, it's 0 points. If you have 2 of them, it's 3 points, and so on. So you can write them wherever you want, as long as you write them. Some tiles have special abilities. So in the end, you score. There's also footage in the games video. You can check it out there. But the fact that it has so many different maps, and we had a ton of fun, also thanks to Marvin, who explained it to us. Yeah, I can see me playing this with anyone. Even I might even take this to Belgium to play with my family there. Honestly, this is perfect. And you can also play it solo. because anyone can play. You just draw the numbers and then you write them down and you see what happens. So Metro Bingo, very, very, very good. Then it was daughter time. So I had to bring something for my daughter, and I brought these paper theater ones. It's all in the sheet. Yeah, it's on the shot. Yes. So they're all Pokemon, Leafeon, Nympheon, Glaceon, all the Eons are here, all the EV evolutions. So basically, what is this? It's paper theater. You have all these different pieces that you have to paste. So you need certain tools for it. You need like pincers, you need glue. And you can see the difficulty, 4-star difficulty, 3 and 3. So it says here, utility knife, glue, and tweezers is what you need to build it. Yeah, so that's assures that I'm going to have some daddy-daughter time, although I think in the end it'll be mostly be daddy who makes it. But yeah, you can see here what it looks like in the end. It should look really nice, and yeah. So they were really happy to get it. The second thing I bought for them are these 2 puzzles. So the Pocket Monsters Jigsaw puzzle, which is basically the 3 starters. And then also the Art Crystal Jigsaw. So this one we haven't opened yet, but I think it's just a normal, regular puzzle. So it doesn't say anything. I think it's just a regular puzzle. This one, however, is Art Crystal, which is really funny because I'll show you a piece. Like for example, I'll show you 2 pieces. These 2 pieces. So they're actually kind of like plastic acrylic. So if you flip them over, you see it's like dull. And here it's sharp, which is typical for acrylic, right? So yeah, it's Art Crystal, so they're tough. So it's really cool. My daughters like it. We've been building this one. So yeah, I like that that's at the expo as well. It's not just board games. There's also a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so then we go back to Rolling Wizards, this time with Stem and Branch. Now, we played a prototype of this before. You can play this on BGA as well. So another game by Michael Orion. Illustration by Ming Nguyen. Okay, so Stem and Branch, basically, let me read it out to you, is a fast-paced strategy card game inspired by the animals and elements of the 60-year Eastern Zodiac calendar. Lovingly created for families and avid gamers alike, it offers a rewarding and fun way to explore the depth of the 60-year cycle. So basically, the 12 spirit animals are ascending the Tree of Time on their journey from Earth to the heavens. They need your help to nurture the 12 branches using the power of the 10 elemental stems. Guide your favorite animals and all their friends as they bring the legendary cycle to life. Can you help all 12 reach the top before the 60-year cycle finishes? Discover the beauty of the Eastern Zodiac and join the fun. So basically, this has a solo mode where you're literally trying to do all of it. But also you can play, of course, with other people. It is from how many to how many people? 1 to 4. It takes 30 minutes. I think that's true if you know the rules. And yeah, it's just a card game where you're constantly trying to, for example, you have the horse here and it's level 2. So if you play this horse and it's the highest level, you take the wooden piece of the horse. That's yours, okay? Which will give you points in the game. But also if you take the wooden piece, you also score a point for that piece and all the other pieces you have from the other animals. So that's how you score points and move forward. Or if you already own the horse and you put level 3 horse on top of it, you're going to be scoring elements that you also take from the board that are not pictured here, okay? So that's basically how it goes. So everyone's constantly taking animals away from each other. There's more mechanics to it, but it's pretty cool. The wooden pieces are nice as well. You can also see it in the video of the games, but also cool, it used to be statues, really nice statues. And it was talking about that they're quite expensive, but the idea is to later on maybe do a crowdfunding run. And I think being as beautiful as they are, he should, and I think people will jump on it. But yeah, you can try it on BGA, even though I like it more in person because it has more character. But I really enjoyed Stem and Branch. And that's why I bought it, obviously. Okay, so next is a game that I have wanted for a long time, and it was cheaper there than it was online or at my local stores, and it's the White Castle. So I'm not going to speak too much about the White Castle. I think many people know about the White Castle already. It was there. You could demo it, which I didn't do because I know I'm going to like it. It has everything that I like. It has a solo mode as well, apparently very difficult. But anyway, I think you only have like 9 actions the whole game because you use your dice and everything. But yeah, I'm very curious about it. I'm happy I finally got it. And this was one of the games I think I bought the second day just to fill up the luggage more. You know, like I said, it was cheaper, so I jumped on it. So the White Castle. All right, the next one is a game that I wanted to upgrade because I have the original version, Fantasy Realms, but I've had it for so many years. I've played it so many times. It's taken a beating. So I decided to invest in the deluxe edition, the new version. It also says Cursed Horde. It also includes the Cursed Horde expansion, 2 promos, and full art sleeves, which I'm very curious about. It's also a dice tower. It's essential. Also has a shut up and sit down recommendation on it. So yeah, a lot of recommendations. So build your realm 1 card at a time. It's a really cool game. Basically, it's very simple. You have a bunch of cards in your hand. You play a card or you draw a card and then play that one. And you either play a card or you put a card in the middle. That's it. But you also always draw a card. So, and in the end, if you have X amount of cards in front of you, the game will end and you score everything. I think it's roughly like that. So yeah, really good combo game. And I have never played the expansions or the promo cards. So I am also looking forward to that. So this Fantasy Realms, check it out. I think it's really good. Also very good for traveling. This one, Kushi Express by Yoan Go, I have not tried, but I saw it there. It looked amazing, fun for kids. So I've been wanting to do this video so I can open it and try with my kids. So now after this, I can finally play. And yeah, basically you order, it says how much you need, then you cook, you put everything on the stick according to what it says. So for example, this piece has to be covered by cheese, you cover it up, then the other 2 pieces, although this one has to be covered by bacon, I think. And then you put it on your plate and boom, done. So basically it's a speed game, okay? So yeah, it's just, you flip over the card and and it's big pieces, so it's really cool. If you check the tour video, at one point you will see the tables where it's all set up, multiple skewers, it looks amazing. And it was very cheap as well. Even though it's quite a big box, it was very cheap. Next one, I think, is one of the biggest games that was at the Expo, and that is Grow Sky, a game by Maru, okay, and Simon published. 1 to 4 players, 45 minutes. It looks amazing. I did not demo it, but it says, take a leisurely flight. In a world where airships glide across the open skies, you are an aspiring airship pilot, competing in a grand tournament to determine the most skilled among them. Gather fuel, upgrade your vessel, and call upon the abilities of mechanical birds known as Grow. Fly faster, farther, and more freely than your rivals, and claim the title of the greatest airship pilot. I really like the pieces. I like what it looks like, the view, the aesthetics, and yeah, I'm very curious. Also play solo, very important. So yeah, Grow Sky. Very curious about that one. Next up, we have Modern Arts, which also came with Philippine edition with this art book, okay? Impact of Creation by Juvenal Sanso. All right, so the art book is here, and this is the main game. So I had never played Modern Art before, I know, for shame. And I also wasn't planning on playing it or picking it up. But it was hyped so much at the Expo, and so you know what, let's play it. And I had a ton of fun. It also comes with some promo cards, as you can see. So I'm gonna remove these so you can see the back. Yeah, so basically buying and selling paintings can be a very lucrative business if you have an eye for art. That's the idea of the classic Modern Art board game. In this new visually updated version, 5 contemporary artists have been invited to share their art to create a game with unique visual and appeal. From Luzon to Mindanao, from comics to classic oil paintings, 5 different styles come together on your table for appreciation and entertainment. So the cool part is, this is all about auctioning, but it has multiple different auction ways of doing it. For example, the typical auction, you know, you say, people shout out numbers and you say going once, going twice, and you use the hammer. I forgot what it's really called. It says wooden hammer anyway. And then you basically finish it. You also have the blind auction, where you just put money in your fist and you all put your fists out and bang, you show it, right? You also have the other one where the person on your left starts the bid, and then other people, one by one, can only increase it once. and then whoever has the highest, it'll stop there. Well, they will be able to buy it. Or there's also the person who has the painting, who starts bidding, can say, okay, I'm going to say this is worth 50 million. And the next person can choose to buy. If they buy it, the auction ends. If they don't, the next person has the option, blah, 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 blah. If it goes back to the person who put the number, the auctioneer, then they have to buy it at that price. So what are you trying to do? Basically, you're trying to make sure 5 paintings of the same color come out, and then the round will end. And then the number of paintings of the color that's the most, they will get a 30 million value. Second highest, 20 million. Third highest, 10 million. And then everybody gets paid out for what they have. And you start with 100 million and you try to build up, right? So yeah, it's really cool, very simple actually. You can see the 5 artists here that are also featured here. Federico Aguilar Alcoaz, Larry Alcala, Abdul Mari Mao, Raul Lebajo, and Juvenal Sanso. I hope I pronounced it correctly. So yeah, I like the art as well. It's just cool game. I'm very happy that I was able to try and play the classic, and I'm happy it's in my collection because I think this can be a lot of fun with many people. The next one is another one of those games that I wanted to update, and it is King of Tokyo Godzilla, 2 to 6 players, 30 minutes. Of course, it's cool because it's Godzilla, and I'm sure it has all the other ones like King Ghidorah as well. Yeah, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan, Hedorah, and Mechagodzilla. Yep. So, and also add some of the other stuff that the previous ones included. So you have the power-up expansion, you have power cards with special events, and then also it says premium wooden components. So that's also very nice. So basically pick your favorite kaiju, roll the dice, smash your opponents, get new powers, and win victory points to become the true king of Tokyo. And also it seems to have like special new standees, as you can see, which I haven't seen before. But yeah, I haven't opened the box yet. Maybe I'll do an unboxing for some of these or all of these. I don't know. I need time. Now we're just going over it. But yeah, really cool. You know, it's King of Tokyo. But my older versions, they once again are also all beat up. So it's good to have a fresh version. The next one, I walked by and I told Lena, we have to try this. But it was on the Battle Pass. So on Sunday, I said, we need to try this. And then we immediately bought it. Is Sea Divers of Jeju by Hisashi Hayashi, and the art by Christopher Matt. Okay, and once again, this company that I saw before, what was the other game that I got from this company? Yeah, also same people as Metro Bingo. So Sea Divers of Jeju, why am I trying to open it? So it's not solo, sadly, but it's 2 to 5 people, 40 minutes. And you have these female divers. They're all female because it says Sea Divers of Jeju, but apparently translation is female Sea Divers of Jeju. So Jeju Hanyo diving through the mysterious, I can't read. They must cooperate and compete with each other to collect more marine life. So how does this work? And once again, this has been pasted over. I think it's because of the language. I think they put English over it because I see like Japanese or Korean, whatever. So yeah, you have 2 divers. You can get up to 3 through upgrades. You have 2 divers and you have a bunch of cards. You can see the numbers. So on your turn, you're going to play 2 cards face down. Everybody will do. And then you reveal them. So for example, if I play a 2 and an 8, for example, my dive will be at number 8, my dive will be at number 2 because you start with 2 divers. And if somebody else plays 1 and 3, they'll be at 1 and 3. Now, all of you together have to create a link from the top to the bottom. If there's an opening in the link, whoever is below the link cannot get the goodies. Only the divers who are in a link can get the goodies. So you are hoping that, for example, if you play like 7 and 9, you're hoping that everybody else will create a link for you so you can actually get those goodies. But sometimes they don't. And then it feels like a wasted turn or whatever because you were getting too greedy, right? Because you're getting all kinds of stuff, you can't really see it here. There's no scoring mat that you have because it's also kind of like a roll and write, but you're not rolling because you have a pad where you write stuff on, right? So you're trying to get all these different things. There's trash that might give you points. There's shells and abalones and octopuses and whatever that you collect to get points. And you can see here, there's like points that you get per round. But all this one changes every game. And this one here changes every time you dive. So you do this, you get the stuff, you take your divers back, boom, new sheet. So it keeps it really fresh, and it's just cool. Like, for example, you can also collect these eggs, and these eggs give you upgrades. So you can buy pearls, or you can buy an extra diver, or you can buy extra icons to score more points. But it's just cool to say, like, oh, come on, guys, you need to help me. Or if you get a third diver, you can play 3 cards, and then suddenly you can get really deep and get that pearl at the bottom, because pearls are 15 points, and so on and so on. It's just really fun. When we went to demo the game, there were 2 women sitting there, and they were doing their 3rd game because they liked it so much. I don't know if they were there 3 times in a row or they visited it multiple times throughout the weekend. But yeah, it just shows how good the game is. And we bought it. We demoed it late Saturday, and then we bought it Saturday as well. And then Sunday was sold out. So it just shows the people who played it, they loved it. So it says again, choose how deep to dive to collect the desired marine life. Don't be greedy. If your connection breaks, you get nothing. Gather marine life at the location you reach. Score points after rounds 3, 6, and 8 based on the marine life you've collected. The player with the most points wins. Another thing, if you are the only one in the row, you get all the rewards. If you're with other people, you choose turn by turn depending on turn order. So if you're first player, you might get 2 stuff instead of 1 and so on. But anyway, yeah, enough talk about this. Sea Divers of Jeju really liked it. Really, really liked it. So 2 to 5 players. Next one I saw, but I didn't play. And that's 12 Rivers. So when I saw it, I immediately had to think about Barrage, because first of all, it's by Romain Caterdijan, I think he's French, and art by Dauphin, and the company is BGN, I think, and there's a dragon, but there's no name. So 2 to 4 players, 45 to 75 minutes. I said Barrage because in Barrage you also have water that's coming down and you build dams and so on. And it seems a little bit similar here, probably not the same, but the idea is the same. So it says here, lead a tribe to explore the fabled 12 rivers flowing from a mystical lake high in the mountains. Your goal? To find the magical colored pearls that roll down the rivers in the currents. Where the rivers converge, there is a village where many people and animals live in harmony. There you can make lifelong friends and deliver the pearls you have collected to be used to heal, grow, and ensure another prosperous year for all. Increase your score by collecting the best pearls and giving them to villagers that score the most bonus points. So, first of all, you pay camp cards to place your 3 tribe tokens to get the magic pearls you need. So you're blocking pearls from running down, right? Then you release the magic pearls and they roll down the rivers. Then you collect a pearl at each tribe token and place it on your alpaca on your board. You can see the boards, right? The alpacas. The rest roll downstream. And then to score, transfer your pearls to villagers you recruit and unlock their bonuses. You can see a villager here and here. And then pay fairy tokens or pairs of cards to gain special actions. Okay. So once again, you could demo. We didn't demo. I just saw it. It looked cool. I think it gets a pretty good score. Maybe the high 6s, close 7s maybe on BGG. So that was good enough for me. Because I think if I break this out, people will already be like, ooh, this looks cool. This looks really nice. And yeah, so 12 Rivers. Can't really say much more about it. And then the last one, the final one, also the heaviest one, both in weight and gameplay. And that is Covenant, by a game by Germain P. Milan, art by Enrique Fernandez, and by De Veer Games. So Covenant, I mean, I think many people know this game already. There is also one table demoing this, but I don't want to play these games at expos because they take too long. But yeah, it's basically a heavy Euro, right? So for centuries, the mountain has been tainted by the creatures of the Dark Lords. But this dishonor cannot last any longer. The Dwarven King has given the order. It's time to reclaim Karak Sur Khazar, the lost and central home. In Covenant, players lead their dwarf clan, exploring forgotten halls, battling enemies, and restoring their legacy. Only the most glorious clan will earn the monarch's favor and claim victory. I like that it's in Espanol and Catalan. But anyway, so it's basically a heavy Euro, you know. You can see from the picture already. There's a bunch of actions you can do, locations where you can do them, upgrades you can make, stuff you can collect, a lot of stuff in there, all right? So I've wanted it for a long time. When we did like, I think the SM preview or something, this was I think in both my and Evangelos' lists as well. Has a solo mode. Looking forward to giving it a shot. So yeah, that was my haul. I think I'm happiest that I got Sea Divers of Jeju. It sounds a bit weird, but that was my number one. I really wanted that one. What else am I really happy about? Grow Sky, I think. I like Metro Bingo a lot. Stem and Branch, I'm really happy I picked that up. Everything else, Modern Art, yeah, sure. Everything else, I'm keen on giving it a shot and see what's what. But those ones specifically, I'm really happy or really excited about. I mean, Covenant, 12 Rivers, the other stuff, I also want to play. But if I talk about the most excited, the ones that made me giddy. Oh, and one game that is not here, but is also part of my haul, is Spooktacular. We played Spooktacular and it was amazing. I had the game in my hand on Saturday. And I said, no, I already bought so much. Maybe I should just wait. And I'm not sure. It is hyped, but you're not sure. So in the end, I said, you know what? We'll play it tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, and then I'll buy it. We played it. We went to the shop, sold out. But it's already ordered online. It's on the way. So yeah, Spooktacular was amazing. That's all I want to say really about this haul. I think I went over it. Please do tell me, what did you buy? What should I have bought? What did I buy or anything else? Okay. All right. My name is Joachim. This was So Many Games Full Time. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.